Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. This is chapter 372. I don't see a title yet. But one thing was spoiled for me, and it's not involving the chapter per se, it's that we're getting a break next week. So here's hoping there's no crazy cliffhanger in this one. Um, but yeah, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I'm actually truly enjoying this sort of mini arc that we have with Shoji, Koda, and Spinner. I cherish any time we get some of these more background subtle characters, and it's not like we're gonna be here a long time. I would imagine this little mini arc is gonna be like 4 or 5 chapters total. Um, so to anyone out there who only wants to see Deku versus Shigaraki or whatever, your time will come. In the meantime, let's just enjoy this awesome shining moment of a character, multiple characters that we don't really see much. I personally am just enjoying it. So, first chapter or first page. Sorry. Um, Please dispatch us to protect the Central Hospital. We're getting a flashback. Koda and Shoji are talking to President Mike and or not President Mike. Aizawa and uh, All Might. Why can't I say his freaking name? All Might. All Might's got like a backpack on and some boxes or whatever. And I guess Aizawa's just walking around like with a crutch or something. They're outside of the UA dorms, it looks like. How do you guys know about that? We haven't told any of the students yet. Getting a flashback. Or to a flashback within a flashback. It's back Shoji talking to that big hot like fox lady people like who Deku saved, and she was at the whole like let him back into the My Hero Academy. And he's actually sitting down and talking to her, which is a really nice detail because we know that they interacted, I guess, sort of. That giant lady came to talk to me about some things, and I asked her about the outside world. Oh, the giant lady says, "Oh, like that's cute." The little All Might speech bubble has a picture of All Might, like a silhouette of All Might's hair over the top of the bubble. That's great. Oh, the giant lady, he says. I went around and asked some other refugees as well, says Shoji. The mutants received a call to action, and many of them are headed to the hospital. Okay, so she was one of the people who actually like got that message, like, "Hey, come rally with us. We're building up forces." Koda says, "If Shoji's going, I want to go too." Okay, so this is some cool buildup. This actually shows like why they're there specifically. It's not just like by coincidence. Really cool. Shoji, with his back turned to our perspective, says, "If I let this slide, I won't be able to call myself a hero." Aizawa looks on at him, closes his one remaining eye, and I'm sure agrees with him. Chapter 372, Naked. Woo! We're getting some naked My Hero Academia action. That's a strange title, being honest. But okay. Interesting. As Aizawa closes his eye, and then we cut to him walking with President Mike. Leaking information about his location wasn't enough to fool the enemy. As he's telling Mike. Yamada, sorry, but they need your support. Okay, so that's why. Okay, so they either sent President Mike here to help those two just because they think they would need help, or it's because the location, Kurogiri. I like to believe it's Kurogiri. I mean, obviously he has ties with President Mike and Aizawa, so he means a lot to protect him. Okay, oh, never mind. Okay, so he's talking about leaking false information about his location wasn't enough to fool it. Okay, they're talking about Kurogiri. They're not talking about like fooling the kids about like information. Okay, sorry. A little slow today, I guess. President Mike says, "You already know this, Aizawa Sensei, but quirks get stronger in each generation. These kids, huh?" he says as he looks on at Shoji versus Spinner on the side of this building. Last we left off, Shoji was getting this big punch ready with his tentacle arms. And then you have Spinner, who I said this, I think I said this in the last chapter. It looks a lot like Godzilla with the whole like spinal thing he's got going on and all the scales and stuff. Maybe that's intentional. I'm sure Horikoshi's a big Godzilla fan. These kids are already far stronger than any of us were back when people called us the three idiots. By the way, some really good artwork here. The windows of the building are actually showing a reflection. Like that's badass, man. Um, I think this is what time of day are these battles taking place again? Oh, technically, I think it's daytime, but the storm clouds are like rolling in, so it should be dark-ish right now, right? Um, yeah. So now, okay, so we're cutting to Koda, who, whoa, he looks like badass here. I don't know if it's the angle, but it looks like he's like puffing out his chest. And he's like ripped. He's like, summoning the birds. He's got a full on like spike coming out of his head. So very interesting. I guess in the Ultra Analysis book, there were like there's actually a secret like hint to this actually happening where it's like, oh, in his family the horns grow in, but his hasn't grown in yet. So this is, I guess, him either, I guess, going through puberty or like it could be a quirk awakening. I guess we'll find out. But he's sending a flock of birds to attack the guy who's been spouting stuff from the rooftop for the mutant army. Oh, okay. Here we go. We're actually getting a Koda backstory with his family a little bit, I guess. Koji, one day you may also grow horns. I guess this is his mom sitting on like a rocking chair. I don't know. Is she holding like a new baby, brother or sister or something? Or is that an animal? I don't know. Probably an animal because they're like an animal family. They like animals. These horns, she says, allow our feelings to reach animals even if they're far away. Okay, so she straight up passed down the exact same quirk that she had. Okay, because that doesn't always work that way. They've got a shot of, is that the dad? He doesn't have horns. Okay, interesting. You see, people have always said mean things to me because of the way I look. But your daddy got angry at them. He said, don't you dare laugh at her beautiful, beautiful horns. Dude, mad respect already for the dad. You see him literally standing in the way of blocking her. I would say the same thing about Mina. She's got beautiful horns too, and I would repeat the same thing. Don't you dare laugh at her beautiful horns. Don't worry. I feel your fight, bro. Koji. Wait, Koji? Is that his like is his name Koji Shoda or Koda? Koji Koda? Or is God, I'm so bad sometimes with names. I feel like I know my hero names perfectly, but like I slip sometimes. I think it is Koji Koda is his full name. You should follow his footsteps. Become an adult who gets angry when people laugh at someone you care about. Yeah! Get pissed, Koda. Get out there and have birds claw people's eyes out. And like, I don't know. I don't think he'll do that, but can you imagine that? Or at the very least, just have carpet bombs of them shitting on people. Like, that would annoy the hell out of any army attacking. Incoming bird shit. Just like pelting them with pigeon poo. Can you imagine that? Anyway, I'm getting off track. I don't know what's up with me today. Hitchcock. Oh, he's got a name for his move. Octo. Expansion. Birds. So, is that an Alfred Hitchcock reference? I wish I was more illiterate so I knew, like, what specifically was referring to here. But then he says Octo Expansion for Shoji's attack, and then his was Hitchcock Birds. Sick attack by both of them here. Shoji's, sorry, is pretty much a straightforward punch. He just goes right through spinner, boom, punches him with the big arm attack. How much damage it did to him, we don't know for sure. It looked like it knocked some scales off him at the very least. And then this poor guy, he stands no chance. So it's not just birds. It's a shit ton of insects too. We see bees, we see dragonflies. I mean, if you think about it, are the animals okay with this, or are they just becoming brainwashed and blindly attacking? Like, it's kind of crazy, like mind control. Like, I don't know. But yeah, they all just swarm this poor guy who's just on the rooftop, and he gets knocked off. So the punch to spinner actually did a lot of damage. We see a big kind of chunk of scales gone from his chest as he gasps for air. And then we see the recoil on Shoji, who looks like he actually got hurt a little bit from it because the scales probably cut him up a little bit. Um, ugh, says Shoji. What do you want to protect with that giant body and those scales of yours? Tell me, Spinner. He shouts back at him. They're both falling through the air now. You guys too. What do you want to protect with those amazing powers you have? And the crowd looks on. Okay, so this is kind of what people were hypothesizing, that Spinner's gonna like reach the emotions of the crowd during this fight. I kind of predicted this too, but I think that's the angle they're going for, to desensitize the crowd to calm down and really think about their actions. Um, we get Aoyama in the middle of this 3-panel spread. Whoa. What do you guys want to protect with those amazing quirks you have? And then we get the crying Aoyama with the mask on when he's in the chair. Don't give into your wounds. Oh. So like, don't give into your past, sort of deal. Because then your children will be their next target, he shouts. And yeah, the crowd is actually like kind of putting pause on the attack. They're listening to this. They're thinking about the words. And then he takes a deep breath and looks like he's about to shout some more stuff. If I hadn't almost drowned, then your face wouldn't have become so scary. Oh, it's the little girl he saved. Okay, some people in my Discord are actually theorizing about this, and it came true. People in my Discord were saying, shout out to Jazz, and I think I can't remember who else. Was it Omega or was it Ken? Someone was predicting that like this little girl, because of the fact that he saved her, the crowd, the angry villagers or whatever, was like, how dare you touch her? And then that's how he got his scars, because they like beat the crap out of him for touching her, even though he saved her life, which is so damn sad, especially now that that's true. Because she's saying, if I hadn't almost drowned, then your face wouldn't have become so scary. Wow. Okay, that's good on the Discord. I actually didn't even predict that one. That was you guys. Link in the description if you want to join. Don't let revenge consume you, please, he shouts as he's crying. Oh, and then Spinner shouts back, hatred. We'll never disappear, as he clings to the side of the building. And all the people are looking up at him. Boss, Spinner shouts, if the heroes win this, nothing will change. It's the call to action. Someone shouts. From that night, and the Spinner continues, even if we stay hidden on the shadows, people still spray us with pesticide. And we get a shot of him in his room, secluded away, being a gamer. And then now we cut to the present, and he's just covered in scales. He's like unrecognizable as Spinner. Like honestly, he just looks nothing like him. If they attack us, we strike back. Comrades, raise your voices and follow me. As he leaps toward the main hospital building. Okay, so he's on his way to free Kurogiri. Shoji looks on in panic. He's even stronger now. My attack can destroy even concrete. Damn. Oh, and as the birds catch him. That's cool. Koda sent the birds to catch him. That's fun. And then we get the crowd who, again, they look kind of like they're paused. In the shot right here, they look unsure. And then now we get a whole shot of the whole. It looks like, yeah, just like everything's kind of paused. Shoji looks on and he's kind of shocked by this. They're getting fired up. There's no end to this, shouts one of the police guys. If they keep it going. And he pulls out a gun. Gosh dang it. No, I don't want social commentary on this topic right now. Of course, the police officer is pulling out a gun to stop the angry crowd. He pulls out a pistol. And now we're getting a shot of, I presume this is inside the hospital. It's a large door. There's no one around. Bang, bang. And then boom, crashes the door. Spinner crawling through like the monster he is. And there's, okay, some people did follow him. There's a few guys who were at the door with him. Now we get a shot of All for One. Kurogiri must be at the research tower. When you reach him, play a recording of mine or Tomura's voice. Okay, that like awakens him. Okay. Kurogiri's quirk will end this war. Oh, wow. All right. Here we go. He barges in with a bunch of other people behind him. The people who are barging in, they're looking around. Patience Tower is a sign with an arrow pointing. And we get a... Oh! Oh, wow. Hold up. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. So the Patience Tower, we get a whole line of people. I presume these are like the nurses and doctors and stuff. They're holding hands, blocking the entrance, and we get a woman who just looks like a regular woman, and then you get the chicken guy. He's a heteromorphic type 2, or whatever you want to call him, like mutant type. He's the guy way back when Deku was in the hospital after the first war, I think. Wait, it's been a while. It's the chicken doctor. We've seen him before. He was in, you know. And then we get a shot of one of the pig-faced like rioters looking on at these people as they. That's great. They're hand in hand, like heteromorphic mutant type and regular type holding hands in solidarity. And now Spinner is shedding his scales. You will become a hero for Tomura's sake. That's funny. Like, you're going to be a hero. Okay, yep. That's exactly what's going on. The pig face guy is thinking about the word Shoji said, shouting, and then we're seeing an image of the mushroom head again. I think from the same chapter as the chicken guy. I could be wrong. The mushroom head guy, who is also a mutant type because it physically changes his appearance, looking after someone in a hospital bed. I don't know if he's seeing this or if he's just like thinking about this. It's kind of unclear what this pig guy is thinking, but it looks like they stop in their tracks. The crowd, and then we're getting a shot of like Spinner as a kid or something, and he's just like running through the hall. Like, I'm sure this is like in his mind, right? Me thought I'd always be nobody. But if me reach you, me become someone. As we see, he's just running through. He's like wearing socks. He's got like a long t-shirt on. He's not all scaly. He's just, and he's smaller than like old Spinner. He's just like a kid. Looks like he's like just running through the hallway. Look, Shigaraki. Look how much people follow me. As there's no one behind him. Whoa. Oh, that's strong. Oh my god. Look how much people follow me, and there's just no one behind him. And we cut to the present, and he just looks behind him, and he's all scaly and stuff again. And it's just no one behind him. That's crazy. Oh man, poor frickin' Spinner. Even in this moment, after giving up his body to like accomplish his goal, and he's become this unrecognizable beast, and he's thinking, oh, now like I can finally do something worthwhile, and then like no one's following him. That's tragic. We get a voice down the hallway. Shoji's voice has reached them, and he won't be your trump card. Who is this talking? Oh, it's President Mike. No way. Kurogiri. Oh my god. The two converge, and there's a broken wall where Kurogiri is being held. Kurogiri, shouts Spinner. Shirakumo, shouts President Mike. The two of them try to reach him. To whom will he respond? Yeah, break next week. 372 end. Okay. This was an interesting chapter. I feel like something bad's gonna happen to Spinner. I feel like he's just gonna be that character that ends up just being a tragedy, like from beginning, middle to end. Like kind of a nobody who's used and abused for the fact that he offered himself up and his dreams were simple to matter, to do something, to be somebody. And even then, here at the end, he's like, look, people are following me. I'm finally doing it. And then like, there's no one behind him. Like he even failed at leading a mindless, angry mob. That's really sad. Like, man, I feel so bad. Like, the most of the fandom doesn't even care about Spinner, to be honest. Um, I care about all characters to some degree because I view them all as valuable to the story. I can't say I'm a Spinner fan though, but I am a fan of like kind of the tragic tale there's that Horikoshi's spinning for him. How I'll just say it straight up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up what's happened to Spinner. I mean, first of all, the anime shafts him, which I mean that's not Horikoshi's design or whatever. That's just what the anime. I don't know what was going on behind closed doors with that, but they shaft him, and now in the story, like he's just being used as a tool to be discarded. Like it adds even more to the plate of All for One being a bastard. Um, and it's just sad. He has nobody. Maybe he'll be saved here. Maybe they'll calm him down to like I don't know though. He seems to be. It kind of seems like to me that they're like whatever happens here will be the end of Spinner. Maybe President Mike can kill him. I don't know. Like they're clearly gonna fight here, or I don't like shit. Is Shirakumo gonna come? Like, by the way, I just noticed like the play on words, like Kuro, Giri, Shirakumo. Like Kumo and Kuro are close, and Shira and Giri are kind of close. You know, I just kind of noticed that. Okay, so he's gonna try to play a device to wake up Kurogiri for the evil side, and Present Mike maybe like because they hinted right before the first war that Shirakumo. I'm gonna say some spoilers for Vigilantes. You should just fricking read Vigilantes if you haven't already. That's my opinion. Shirakumo dies, but to be fair, you never truly like see the body. It's implied that it's crushed into rubble during Aizawa's like fight against a huge villain, but you technically never see it. That or the fact that it was just under the rubble, and then All for One did dumpster diving and used it as like the base for it, right? So if Shirakumo does come back, he's literally like a Frankenstein. Like he is a dead thing brought to life. Um, which is really sad. A lot of this is just sad. Um, so the question is who's gonna wake up, Kurogiri or Shirakumo, or maybe it'll be kind of both. Like maybe he'll start warping for the villains, and then he'll kind of help warp for the heroes, and like he'll fight for control. So All for One gets what he wants, but it's not perfect. It actually ends up like help. I don't know. Like this would be a perfect excuse for. Oh no, that's totally. Here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna warp. He's gonna end up being able to warp Dabi to Endeavor, or vice versa. Endeavor to. It'd make more sense if Endeavor got warped to Dabi because Shoto's there. So that'd be like a whole family reunion. That'd be really sick. That'd be really sick, actually. But then that would leave no one left to fight All for One. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. Warpgate really. That's kind of how this whole thing started, right? They dropped all the heroes in. All for One dropped all the villains in, and they fight. Like warping is really good in a battlefield. Believe it or not, you can shift resources around. And oh, we need help over here. Shift where we're plenty of people over there, and you know it's war. So yeah. Break next week. It sucks. Not a terrible cliffhanger. It's just going to leave some speculation as to what's going to happen. I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to be interested in this. I am, because I think that the Shirakumo plotline is very interesting, especially because I've read Vigilantes and I have more of an attachment to that character than just main series people do. Shirakumo is a really cool character, and I feel bad because everyone just picks up Vigilantes and reads like the 10 chapters he's in and then drops the book. Shame on you if that's you. Shame on you. But yeah. Good chapter. Poor Spinner. That's my takeaway from this. He is the tragedy of My Hero Academia for sure. Him or Dabi. But I mean, like, I feel like Spinner's is even sadder because he literally had no one. Even amongst the league, no one was ever like really close friends with him, you know? Like they were all tight and stuff, but Spinner's just always kind of felt like he was there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. Also, stay tuned for my season 6 reactions, because season 6 has been phenomenal. It's been kicking ass, and I love it. Those go up every Saturday. So Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.